How goes the family? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Now, there's been a subject matter that's been circling around all year, and it's actually good news, but it's been circling around all year across the country, and it's about 19 people that have actually purchased 97 acres of land in Georgia. Okay, I think it's great. I think it's awesome because it's positive, and I'm all about the positive news. We already have enough negativity out here nowadays, and it has everything to do with real estate and everything to do with development, everything to do with economics, and that's what I'm all about, and that's what Patterson L Properties is all about. Patterson L Properties is all about, besides just wholesaling real estate and purchasing tax liens and selling them for a profit. Because at the end of the day, what wholesaling real estate is all about one thing: helping people. Now, yes, wholesalers get a profit just like a real estate agent gets a profit, but that's being a real estate agent is about at the end of the day. You're helping people find their dream homes. You're helping investors find investment properties. Okay, you're helping people that might be in a specific situation to sell their home. It's the same thing with a wholesaler, but majority of the time wholesalers, we deal with distressed properties. Okay, and in a sense, these people purchased land that was quote unquote distressed to the point where it was not uninhabitable or anything of that nature, but needs some work, and they're doing it. And I could not wait to talk about this story. All right, because for a long time, development of land has been happening at a very, very slow pace. Usually, the topic of real estate development pertains to suburban communities, major city areas across the United States of America. However, when it comes to any aspects of real estate development within rural areas, it's a whole nother conversation, all right? Whole nother conversation. Now, I'm talking about the development of vacant land for a very specific reason. The number one reason is because of the big exodus of major cities across the United States into the suburban communities and small rural towns due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, depending on how you look at it, some people look at it as a good thing, some people look at it as a bad thing. I'm not going to get into all that today because it's just not my bag, all right? Okay, but a great example has to do with the amount of people in the state of Georgia that did what I consider to be a very admirable thing. Because they're not doing this to sound like they think they're better than anybody. They're not doing this to say, to try to be fancy or anything of that nature. They're doing this to change lives and change the trajectory with what's going on within the African American community from a financial standpoint, economics. That's what it's all about. As one person said, that's the new movement. It's all about the economics and whatnot. Okay. And everybody, that's the beautiful thing about the United States. You get your little piece of the pie if you work hard and if you collaborate with the right people. Okay, but if your collaborations with people always consist of sports and entertainment, then you're not really going to get too far in life outside of the basically same old, in my personal opinion. All right, now these great people, they put their dollars together, as I call voting with your dollars, because one can vote with their dollars no matter if there's an election or not. The elections and the politics become irrelevant when people vote with their dollars. Immigrants do it all the time. So to me, it's just the American way. I think it's a beautiful thing. Put the dollars together and they put the talents together, because it's like I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. It's not all about the money. A lot of times it's about the social capital. What expertise do you may have? Are you a carpenter? Are you an electrician? Are you a plumber? What life experiences do you have that you can bring to the table? Do you have connections with the local state government or the actual county government? Do you know the processes? 19 people getting together, a lot of heads. Love it. Okay, a lot of times you need that. That's why a lot of law enforcement agencies are very successful in what they do for a living. A lot of military agencies are very successful in what they do because they work together as a unit and not individually. Okay. Now, before I go in depth, because because dollars together, and they actually purchased a town. Okay, not just 97 acres, but they actually purchased a town in the state of Georgia. Okay, that has 97 acres of land. 97 acres of land. But before I go in depth with this story, I found out how they were able to get access to a specific amount of capital to purchase the land, in which that they didn't only just go through the channels of utilizing the traditional bank, but they actually went through the United States Department of Agriculture. I did not know this. I was like, I had to do some research on this myself. Okay. because the USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture, actually issues out loans for eligible applicants located within the eligible rural area of the United States of America. So if you're interested in actually developing or purchasing land or property within a rural community, you definitely want to go on the USDA's website and check it out. Email them, call them, have a conversation, and go from there. Because after checking out the website myself, it looks very easy to navigate through, and definitely the list of properties and land when one places the location of where they want to actually purchase and they want to qualify for a loan with the USDA. It's pretty easy, However, as I always say, it's in your best interest, because I'm not giving out financial advice because I'm not a financial professional. It's in your best interest to check out the website for yourself in order to get your own interpretation and go from there. Do your numbers, do your calculations, do your research, do your homework, and go from there and have a conversation with those who you'd actually get the capital from. I will leave it in the link to the USDA's website in the description once I uploaded this video today. But if a home or a piece of land qualifies for a rural USDA loan, then someone from that agency or their contracted loan officers will contact you. But what they'll contact you, from the language I read, they're going to contact you either way, saying, whether you qualify or not. The actual loan is called the Rural Development Program. I will say that again, the Rural Development Program. Remember, there are multiple ways to access capital. Now, when it comes to the 19 families that bought 97 acres of land in Wilkinson County, Georgia, now this is because when people put their dollars together and purchase assets for not only themselves, but for future generations all at the same time, because the actual town they bought is like a town within the county limits, obviously. But yeah, so it's very, very, very interesting, and I love this. I love it because, it's just, it's a win-win situation. I wish these people nothing but luck. I'm even thinking about contributing to their local cause, because it's not just about them, it's about community. Another beautiful thing that these 19 families didn't use the excuse. They did not, I repeat, they did not use the excuse of they didn't have the money, they didn't have the experience, all that nonsense, because like people love to put those excuses in place for a specific reason why they can't do something. All right. Life is a journey, family, and we all must take it all in as much as possible, especially in the COVID-19 economy. We've learned that you can never take any day for granted on earth, period. One of the members of the actual group is a real estate agent. Her name is Ashley Scott. Another person is Renee Walters. And the vision for all of the investors is to create a safe and thriving place for African Americans, and definitely everyone's welcome, but these are the people that purchased the property, and these are the people that are making the moves. So that's what it is. When you own it, you control it, and you make the moves. All right, and this is the young lady here. The actual idea of the town in itself, just a town being for sale, is just interesting, and for the most part, darn near unheard of, in my personal opinion. I never thought that an entire town could ever be for sale, but I stand corrected. That's the beautiful thing about always learning and whatnot. I stand corrected. The actual name of the town is Tomsboro, Georgia, and Mrs. Renee Walters saw an ad for the town of Tomsboro, Georgia, for sale for the price of $1.7 million. For 97 acres of land, I don't think that's a bad deal. The town has, because it's not just completely vacant. That's another thing. Now, if it was completely vacant and with nothing standing on it, then I would think, I don't know. But everybody looks at things differently in a specific way. The town in itself has a historic inn, meaning a hotel, a group, a syrup mill, an opera house, a schoolhouse, a railroad depot. I mean, come on now. A cotton warehouse, a restaurant, a barbershop, a water wheel, a grist mill, workshop, filling station, and a multitude of houses all at the same time, and some other commercial buildings. Okay, so lots going on in this town. A lot of great things are happening in this town. So definitely go online and check these people out, because like I said, they're doing great things. Okay, and there's a reason why a lot of people have Georgia on their mind, because they want. And then like I said, I get that more and more people nowadays want to have more peace in their life. You can't put a price tag on peace. Especially, and that's why a lot of people want to live out in the middle of nowhere. I get it and respect it. I mean, if you know the athlete, Mr. Deion Sanders, he had all the money in the world, but he was very unhappy. And it's just because he wasn't living the lifestyle that he wanted to live. And that goes across the board. A lot of people, you can have all the money in the world, but if you're a very miserable person, it's not going to matter. Okay, you got to build a lifestyle that you're happy about. I'm not trying to get too deep on that, but I remember when I listened to the interview of some of the people from the 19 group of people that purchased the land and whatnot. A lot of them said, I just want to be able to get away from the city. I want to be able to have a place where my kids can run freely for the most part. I'm not worried about them. I want to get back to the way things were when I was growing up, as one gentleman said, where when I left the house, the community actually looked out for me, not just people looking like strangers and whatnot. I think that's pretty cool, real talk. I'm just going to be honest about that. All right. But, a lot of great things happening there. Another great thing is that, the other businesses across the country are actually contacting the 19 families, and they are more than happy to help and take part in the restructuring and the development of the town within itself. They had the opportunity to create a legacy by clearing out land, as you see in this picture, for farming, man-made lakes, and for fishing. Okay, farming, man-made lakes, and for fishing. A lot of people, especially nowadays, are trying to get back to nature. I get it, and I actually respect it. They've talked about camping parties and things of that nature. This is a big freaking real estate deal. Imagine them having family reunions on this land. It's just getting back to old school traditions. And I get that. And I think this is going to happen more and more probably in the next 5 years because, the world will never be the same with COVID-19, no matter what business you're in, period. So we all know that. So it is what it is. I can't put it, So at the end of the day, the group of the 19 families, people, they want to make the town known as, they want to name the town Freedom, Georgia. A sufficient community on all levels. And I support you all now and until the end of time. And I just say keep up the good work, all right? So definitely check us out if you're needing any specific wholesale services and whatnot with Patterson Up Properties. We basically find distressed properties for investors. And if you are a homeowner in dire need of getting rid of your property and whatnot, definitely give us a call no matter where you're at. If we're not even in your market, we definitely virtually wholesale. So we work with other wholesalers, real estate agents, and investors across the United States of America. All right, so do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Check out Free Bay, where you have an opportunity to buy cryptocurrency, buy gold, and refer others to do the same thing, and possibly make a profit off of doing it at the same time. And remember, you can't get fired if you own the company, and you can't get evicted if you own the land. So it's 2021, family. It's time for us to start owning and controlling. All right, take care and have a great day.